What's up, YouTube? It's time to lock in. So in the last video, we took a look at defenders that I thought we might see in Necropolis, and today we're going to be taking a look at some champions I think might be good for the content. Now, this is a lot harder to guess than the defenders because we don't know the nodes, we don't know who the defenders even, so we don't know who's going to be good. We don't know the little BS mechanic Kabam is going to put in there so that you can't one-shot a great deal of the fights. So this is going to be a little bit harder for me to guess and speculate, but I'm just going to take my best swing at it and guess what champions I think are going to be good for attack in Necropolis. So the first champion I'm going to talk about today is Shuri, and the reason why I'm going to talk about her is a little bit of cope because I have a 7-star rank 2 Shuri, and I'm just hoping and praying to the Kabam God, to Kabam Jesus, that Shuri is the absolute MVP, best character in the Abyss, and she has that potential because she has, when she's fully ramped, she can do like 14,000 damage per tick just standing by idly doing nothing, and on top of that she can get her guaranteed crits to continue to do damage. So Shuri definitely has high potential in the Abyss. So the next champion we're going to talk about here is the elephant in the room, the meme, Baron Zemo. If you've been in the community and you've been paying attention to any Necropolis news, you've heard about Baron Zemo, you've heard about Zemo Gate. So basically a lot of like Kabam employees that play the game and people that have some insider information have taken up their Baron Zemos, have taken them to rank 5, have ascended them. So a lot of people are speculating this is because they know that Baron Zemo is going to be a good option in Abyss. So maybe this is a coincidence, maybe it's not. It makes sense because Baron Zemo does do a lot of damage similar to Shuri. When he's fully ramped, he's doing a lot of passive damage, and that's very important in long form content, is passive damage. All the signs say Baron Zemo is going to be a Necropolis MVP. We're going to have to find out, but I do think it's a very good chance. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So the next champion we're going to talk about is the only champion that is in both the Defender video and the Attacker video, and I think that's Quicksilver. So let me go ahead and give you an MCOC history lesson. When Quicksilver first came out, of course, he was the Summoner's Choice champion, and when he first came out, what a lot of people said about him, yeah, he's not that good in short fights, but when we get that long form content, that big piece of content, he's really going to shine because Quicksilver's damage can really get outrageous. The only thing I worry about is the damage cap is like 185,000, and Quicksilver can do like 1,000,000 damage in one burst. So I'm not sure if that damage can be capped by a damage cap. We're gonna have to wait and find out, but if it can't, hey, Quicksilver might be a sleeper MVP for the Necropolis, and he also has a ton of utility on top of the damage, so the Quicksilver definitely has the potential to be a Necropolis MVP. Next up, let's talk about Hulan. Now this one might also be a little bit of cope. Now when you think of Hulan, you might not think of long form content, but like his damage is so outrageous, so big, that I think it can really translate well to long form content. And also he doesn't rely on debuffs or anything to really do his damage, so I think Hulan just off of raw damage alone, and his utility as well, being shock immune and power drain immune and power lock, whichever one it is, he has very unique utility. I think might make him very useful in Necropolis. This one is also a little bit of cope because I have a maxed out ascended Hulan, so I'm praying to the Kabam gods that he's good. I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this. That takes us to the next cosmic champion on the list, and I'm gonna go with Vox. So I've seen quite a few. I don't know a lot about Vox, but from the videos I've seen, he does a lot of damage over time. And I'm thinking in the Necropolis, that's the place he can really shine, because we haven't seen Vox in Battlegrounds or Alliance War. I think Vox was built for the Necropolis, so I think Vox might be. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Vox, and I think he could be a very big sleeper pick for the Necropolis. And also his damage is degen, and not a lot of characters are immune to degen or can reduce degen, so it might be a reliable damage source. So yeah, watch out for Vox in the Necropolis, bro. Next up is a oldie but a goodie. We're going to be talking about Void. So from the one play fight I seen from the Necropolis, I didn't go to the Battle Run Brawl, but from what I've seen was a Diablo fight. Now, I saw somebody one-shot it with Sandman. However, I'm thinking Void could do the same thing. And the reason why I'm picking Void over Sandman personally, because we already know we're going to see where we're going to need some heal reversal. And the reason why I'm thinking Void is going to be a little bit better for that is because his heal reversal is a little bit less stressful than Sandman, where Void's heal reversal, it might take you longer to get into because you're gonna, it might take a chance for you to get the Fear of the Void and get the Petrify, the 2 Petrifies. But I think the playstyle is going to be less stressful than Sandman, where you're going to have to be constantly getting those special ones out so you can keep your Petrifies up. So I think the playstyle is going to be a little bit more stressful with Sandman. I think it's going to be a lot easier with Void. So watch out for Void to be good in the Necropolis. He was good in the Abyss as well, so look out. Next up is the return of the Mutant King APOC. So Apocalypse, there's no secret that he's kind of falling off in the game. He's not good in Battlegrounds, not using Alliance War anymore. But I think this is his time to come back and get back in the sunlight. So APOC, as you know, he is not good in short fights. He is a ramp up champion. So if APOC is given the chance to ramp up and given a few fights, APOC could honestly be the best mutant in the Abyss. And I'm not here for it because I do not even have a 6-star Apocalypse. I cannot pull this man. So I would be pretty tilted if he's really good. But I could definitely see him being very good in Necropolis. So the next champion we're going to talk about is Kate Bishop. And if you watched MSD's video, absolutely ridiculous, like 9 million health in less than 5 minutes. Yeah, Kate Bishop is absolutely outlandish. Now the setup he used might not be reliable because he used synergies, and you're not going to be able to bring synergies in the Necropolis. You're going to need every single slot on your team. However, she can do a lot of damage without synergies. Her damage over time is absolutely ridiculous. Of course, as you know, her cold snap is passive, so it can't be shrugged off. It can't be shortened by its duration. So I do think Kate has the potential to be very good in Necropolis. I will be on the lookout for some Kate. I'm pretty sure MSD is going to solo every fight and every Kate, even the cold snap immune. He's going to find a way. Next up on the list, I have Titania. Now Titania this is probably my biggest stretch on the list because I don't know if she's going to have the damage to do a long fight. I don't know if you're going to have the stamina to do, I don't know, like a 10 million fight with Titania. But if you watch my Defender video, I put Sasquatch and Rentra on there. And you're going to need some big, thick boys to take down Rentra. And who else than the biggest, baddest girl in the game, and that is Titania. And another thing I think you might need is buff immunities. And buff immunity is a very good ability. And I think Titania might bring a lot to the table in Necropolis. So don't sleep on her. If you got a rank 2 Titania, I would be happy right now because there's potential she might be great in Necropolis. Last up on the list is Scorpion. And the reason why I'm putting Scorpion here is just to put some respect on his name. If you play Scorpion a certain way, it is risky to play him in this way. But if you do play him in the way that he can, his damage output, it can get absolutely ridiculous if you do the heavy charge technique. I'm a little bit more confident with Titania than Scorpion, but I thought I should just throw some respect on Scorpion's name because I don't think he gets a lot of credit for being good at long form content. But I think this might be his chance to prove that he could be good at some long form content. So that'll conclude the list. Make sure you guys drop down below in the comment section, who do you think will be the best attacker in Necropolis? Who do you think will be the MVP? Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more MCOC content. Peace.